Hi, Taurus. Thank you so much for stopping by. I am actually doing a reading just for you to find out why the last person that you were interested in didn't like you. Why didn't it pan out? Why weren't they just not that into you? What happened? What was their perception of you? What were they thinking about? And so on. We're going to get a couple clarifiers, and by the end of this reading, we will have some insight, and I'll pull you a couple tea leaf cards. These are not the regular tea leaf cards that were really popular. This is a new deck that I bought, and I love it. It can actually help you to read teacups, but it gives you sign and symbols, and I'm using it as clarifiers in the reading, and it's working really, really well. But I feel like also the awesome thing is that this might be something pertaining to your situation now, currently, that you can take with you as well, possibly. So, if you were born between April 20th and May 20th, Taurus, this reading is for you. I'm going to give you the names of the signs that are coming out. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's not your person's sign. If you know their sign, it could be their sun, moon, and rising. It doesn't matter. It would just be an extra confirmation for you. It's still for your person. So I'll go ahead and start with the tarot here. The first card, we've pre-shuffled the deck for you already, and I've already pre-shuffled the clarifying cards. So we have the Page of Cups. So right off the bat here, this person, Page of Cups represents a younger energy or a younger person. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, there's an offer of love here. Sorry, I'm just getting shocked while I'm reading this. I have to document that. You might see through my channel that there's been some interruptions in some of the readings because I have a cyberbullying nightmare going on, and it's affected my income and finances. It affected my channel when I was on in 2020. I'm being abused on the forehead again. Somebody is very mentally unstable and just constantly needs to cause abuse to me, and there's been nerve damage, and was abusing my mom in a long-term care facility. She was 90 pounds, 81 years of age, and legally blind. But I'm pressing criminal charges, so definitely. This was interrupting your reading, and I apologize. I'm trying to carry through and get my channel up and going with what I have now, and I will try to not let it disrupt us anymore. Page of Cups is a love offer. It's an offer of love to somebody. It's an engagement. It's a time on date. It's the next step. You see the Page of Cups, little fish in the cup. This can be somebody that wanted to offer you an engagement or a longer term situation, or saw you that way, that you would be somebody that they could spend, you know, that would be a worthwhile relationship investment that could go, could go the distance with this person. They might have also thought they might have felt very immature around you as well. So, or they might have seen you that way. If there was ever discussion about that, or you were talking about that to them, they may have felt a little bit like they weren't as advanced as you were, maybe, and maybe a little less serious, more goofy, or not as disciplined with things, or you were. Get another couple clarifiers. So we have the Hangman, so Pisces energy. So far, heavy water energy, but it doesn't matter. We have that in reverse. So this person might have done things. The Hangman in reverse is somebody that's taken some time to think about the decisions that they're going to make, or they see you that way. When the Hanged Man is in the reverse, this person doesn't need to ponder, or does not meandering anymore, doesn't need to kind of go over what they have been, contemplating for quite some time. They have made a decision. Pisces energy, as I've said. This person wanted to make an offer to you, or they saw you maybe as a little bit more aggressive, maybe with love, or this, you might have felt love bombed by this person, or this person maybe felt love bombed by you and really wasn't sure how to take the situation. It might have just been like all of a sudden, hi, here we are, and let's get, this kind of a situation. It could have felt like a love bombing situation, or they may not have been They may have not, they have either thought about you for quite some time and wanted to ask you out or wanted to get together with you. And you may know that, or you felt this way about this person, but they have either love bombed you, or you might have felt that way, or you made them feel love bombed, or they just thought that you were just, let's get right to it. We also have the Four of Cups here. So there's some regret with this person. Again, you could be dealing with a Virgo or a Scorpio. Taurus, another earth sign like yourself, just because for me, I am thinking about the Five of Cups, and this person may not have liked how the approach was, or you may not have liked it, and they might be aware of it. They may not have thought that something happened in the manner or the circumstance that it should have with the Four of Cups, because that is like disenchanted with love. This person is like disappointed with the situation. They're not as enamored, and there is some regret. Now, there could have been some problems that have happened because of, like, there's some kind of celebration or a party or a get together. Three cups are spilled in the Five of Cups. So there could have been a group or something where something has just been completely destroyed, and this person is looking at, you know, maybe starting something brand new, like separate from the situation. It doesn't have to be, but maybe there could be a partnership or something could have happened and there's regret around that, but maybe they don't want to look at the situation, that there could be a union, outside of whatever disappointment has happened with other people, but something really kind of quick was happening, quite possibly, and maybe in an immature fashion, and almost maybe a feeling of love bombing. But somebody here was dissatisfied with something, whether it was somebody turning somebody down from the very first beginning, or somebody not happy with a situation or a scenario surrounding what was going on. Then we have the King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles here is your sign. So that could be you. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Strong emphasis on Virgo for me. Doesn't have to be, but we have Pisces, Cancer, and Pisces. Virgo and Pisces. King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, this would be a confirmation kind of this, because it's almost like the King of Pentacles is like the head of the household. They're not the grandfather of the tarot, but the King of Pentacles is all about legacy, history in the family, family money, family values, someone that holds the family together, the glue that holds the family together, the person that sets the tone for the religion of the family, the upbringing, how you spend money, how we live, how we do things. So there could have been a situation just regarding somebody not happy with the end result of how something would happen. Maybe they pictured themselves being in a different situation, or the two of you ending up like the King of Pentacles, like in that situation where there's been a lot of honor and there's been a building and a growing situation of growth, with money, that's coming from a prestigious venture, and like something that has been, even with relationships and people, right? Because it's longevity, it's value system, it's also monetary success and being able to provide for all your kids and all your family, and everybody is, doing really well and they're independent financially and so on. So it's a whole bunch of things like that, stable, solid, forever things. But something about this situation here. Now, there could have been a pregnancy, quite possibly, or something else that came up with the child. There could have been something else, because I'm only mentioning it because of the page and something happening right away and somebody being unhappy with the situation, and then all of a sudden there's like, the father of the pentacles. So there could have been something about a pregnancy or something happening with the child that was very immediate. Poor timing, ill timing with the situation. Um, and then we've got the Three of Pentacles. So there's more earth sign. This is worried about finances, emotionally, like juggling their emotions between, trying balancing work, home, family, career, things like that, worry, upset. And then we've got somebody very concerned about the attention that they receive, how they're perceived, right? If something didn't happen in a manner that they had hoped, how they perceived, how are they looked at. Three of Pentacles in reverse is not getting along. People are not on the same page, not coming together. They can't work together. And we talked about, maybe a celebration, a party. There's three people in the Three of Cups not getting along, not able to see eye to eye. They don't trust one another. There's no union. They're not agreeing with one another. They don't work well together. The value is gone from the situation with this group, whether the work relationship is destroyed, the history is destroyed, or it's been set in, it's already been set in stone. That's kind of where it is. So we'll get your clarifiers for you. So the one that I have here is Razor. We have Razor. So we have Blade. Sorry, Razor Blade. Then we have Mermaid or Siren. So it's inspiration. So this one is an omen here. And I'm going to put that right here so we can look at these. And then we've got one more here with Window. Inspiration. So we have two inspiration cards and one omen. Okay, so we have got for the first one, when interpreting blades or other sharp instruments, you want to be sure which type you see. Okay. A dagger or a sword responds duality because it has two sharp sides. This can harm or help depending on whether it's you or someone else wielding it. So something going on about regret, a celebration, a party, a get-together, a gathering, a birth announcement, and just even like something in the fall, quite possibly. It doesn't have to be, but the Three of Cups is three people together. And they usually represent celebrations, get-togethers, social events, whatever. There's no room for compromise when omens to a double-edged blade. A kitchen or butcher knife, on the other hand, can represent having tools you need. Blades of any type can symbolize making a sacrifice or relying on intellect and logic when making a decision. So intellect or logic when making a decision. So we have here a decision-making card. The Hangman is done making a decision. They're enlightened. They're up, right side up. They've thought, contemplated, dwelled for long enough. Something here was not how they wanted things to go, and something about the situation, and like the Two of Cups is a card of like the meeting of the minds and like a beautiful connection with someone. But I don't know if it's hampered because of all of the other stuff that's gone on. The next card that you have here is you will know, probably by communication and the other details of your situation with this person. We have Mermaid or Siren. So an image of a mermaid or a siren can represent a strong urge to escape into a fantasy world. So that can also be, the Four of Cups can also be the fantasy world. This person is daydreaming. It's also the card of daydreaming and fantasizing. about things. So another confirmation there. Fantasizing about a more practical situation, a more desirable situation. And this is the kind of the card of disinterest, boredom. Um, just, you know, picking the devil, the lesser of the evils, or having to go into a situation that they really don't want to. Maybe there was an expectation of it, right? And could have been money. It could have been also like not getting the attention or wanting attention, but also concerns about finances, being very frugal and things like that. Or just, where you're putting your investment and resources into. So we have the mythological being symbolizing ideas and actions that are unrealistic and foolish. So taking the easy way out by avoiding reality may feel tempting, which is definitely the Four of Cups is a confirmation of that. But it's not beneficial in the long run. A siren can mean you feel called towards the wrong thing. And, you can see that with the Page of Cups and the Hangman reverse, because this is like, here's an offer and this person is jumping for it. Then they're unhappy with what's happening. And then here, this is the King of Pentacles, right? So maybe this is where they wanted to be, or maybe this is an expectation from this King of Pentacles. So maybe they felt that way. There's somebody in their life representing that kind of essence of who the King of Pentacles is. And, this is basically doing something for somebody else, or this is their own ideal, and just something wasn't going the way that they envisioned. So they're not envisioning themselves as the King of Pentacles with this situation. Mythological beings symbolizing ideas and actions that are unrealistic and foolish, and maybe and foolish. Sorry, unrealistic and foolish. So something has happened here where this dynamic has made them kind of like how are they getting to this King of Pentacles point, or what's this expectation with all of this rash behavior and love bombing and whatever, and then disagreements and not coming together. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. The last one that you have here is window, Taurus. So windows symbolize opportunities. When they present themselves, take action, because they won't stay open for long, which is probably why you've got this is an offer. There's offers here, like an offering of love, and then here's your cup. Like, do you want it? It's like, not really, but do I have a better option? Well, you kind of need to, it's almost kind of like suck it up and do this in the meantime. And then we've got the Hanged Man, right? So the Hanged Man would be like, can be symbolizing a window of an opportunity, but it's in the reverse, right? So it's contemplative, it's taking time to get enlightened. The Hangman is in reverse, so a window, could have closed for an offer, quite possibly, or you closed it, or they closed it, or the circumstance just kind of made a situation or an opportunity shut down. When they present themselves, the action they take won't stay open for long. If you've recently missed an opportunity due to lack of action, rest assured, a new opportunity will present itself to you. A window can also represent a mind shift set. And that's exactly what the Hangman is. It's a mindset. It's taking time to deliberate. It's taking time to be thoughtful, take in all the information, process things, observe, and to not do something in haste, right? A window can also represent a mind shift or broadening your perspective. You feel more positive and grateful for what you already have. And That would be the King of Pentacles. A really great place to be to reach that point. But I hope, Taurus, that this has helped you. I'm sure that you can fill in the blanks with your situation, or at least for you, these are some cards that you can take with you with your current situation as well. Even if it, I like these because this could be a situation coming up for you, and this kind of gives you some food for thought and some perspective on how to handle a situation. So thank you so much, Gemini. Why did I call you Gemini? Thank you so much, Taurus. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think or how it resonates for you. And I look forward to doing another reading for you again soon. Thanks for watching, Taurus.